The new generation Audi R8 Spyder is the topless or convertible avatar of the second generation of the flagship sports car, which launched last year. The coupe though is the V10 Plus, while the Spyder gets the regular new V10. So Audi promises a car that's lighter, stronger, faster, better. And you know what, in a nutshell, it really is. And has this immensely electric sort of a characteristic about it straight away. I've driven the Vegas yellow Spyder from Barcelona out into the countryside towards Costa Brava with its spectacular Mediterranean shoreline. So we've now had a chance to drive it on the motorway and on these nice twisty roads. It just has a great road manner because it's very precise, it does exactly what you want it to, and it's a really reassuring way to be able to sort of throw around and push a car that you know is very powerful. Within seconds, you realize that the car is brilliantly engineered, lithe and very agile. It is also German, let's not forget, which makes it wild yet willing, mind-blowing yet measured, powerful yet precise. Now when you drive with the top down, it's about everything, right? You want the optics, you want the theatrics, you want that wind rushing through your hair, and you want the sound. Oh yeah. The engine is a 532 bhp V10 that belts out 540 Nm of peak torque. The naturally aspirated motor uses a dual injection system, which means the system injects fuel directly into the combustion chamber or has another setting with an indirect injection into the induction pipe. Audi says this helps increase efficiency and offer better performance. The car goes from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.6 seconds. Top speed is 318 km per hour. Now, believe it or not, it's also a lot greener, this car, compared to the previous R8 Spyder. And so it gets 12% more fuel efficient. That's because it's lighter. But more than that, it's also got a start-stop engine, so that when you come to an idle halt, the engine will cut off. Besides that, it also has cylinder deactivation technology. Further fuel saving is achieved at speeds above 55 km per hour. When you lift your foot off the accelerator, the S-tronic opens both clutches, so the car coasts at idle. So the engine start stop is here, the drive select button is here, you know that, but two new buttons that have been added on. One is a sport exhaust button that comes onto the steering wheel, and then there's also this performance button, but you know what, I see a tunnel coming, so let me first show you the sport exhaust. Alright, so if that was nice and loud for you, certainly was for me. Woo! Alright, so the performance knob here is something that lets you switch between three kinds of road conditions: dry, wet and snow. So basically just gives you a little bit more maneuverability. You switch it into that particular mode, the car kind of senses what sort of surface you're on and gives you optimal performance to sort of match those conditions. Yes, the car sounds terrific, especially in performance mode, like I said. The steering is a delight, sharp, appropriately stiff and very responsive. Overall, I have to say, the R8 Spyder delivers. The Spyder's design is attention-grabbing with its muscular frame and flanks, accentuating its performance credentials. Just like the last R8 Spyder, this one too has a fabric roof that can be folded up and down. It's an electric operation, and you know, the whole thing takes about 20 seconds. But the thing you haven't noticed perhaps is that usually when I talk about roofs folding up and down, I'm sitting inside with the ignition turned on. This time I just use the key fob. So that's a new feature, very convenient. When you get out of the car, forget to pull the roof up, you can still lock it like this. Starts to rain, sitting at a cafe. Again, put the roof up just with your key. Inside the cabin, the virtual instrument cluster is a given. That, along with the new functional steering wheel, paddles and well-contoured racing-style seats, gives you quite the effective cockpit feel. Add to that the opulence of leather with stitching to match the exterior paintwork, and you're in pampered performance nirvana. The car rolls out by the year end in Germany and the USA, while it arrives in other markets around the world in late spring, including in India.